Hello friends, welcome to our channel. So as this channel is, we mostly discuss on the topic of data science and the field related to it, from behind the scene, how the things and how the softwares build for the data science, and what are the practical usage of those concepts, practical usage of those software on real world. So data science is a very interdisciplinary field, and very it's across industries. Means it's applicable not just like a specific industry, but it's applicable to across industries like healthcare, like farming, agriculture, educational, sports, athletes. So because the data science is why we say that it is a cross field or interdisciplinary field, because data science is mainly about taking decisions. So we use data to make our decision more better, make our decision more accurate, and have a decision with more certainty. Okay, so talking about what knowledge we need, one need to have to take in for a good insight from data, and how to make a better decision using data. For that there are some categories. Okay, so one is programming, because we will have to handle data, we have to clean data, we have to manage data. For that, programming knowledge is important. Second, once we have the data, once we have collected the data, we structure the data, organize the data, cleaning, processing. Means data is like ingredients of making a food. So before making a food, we need to have ingredients and in a good manner, so that we can use it for making food. So for that, the programming part is important. Once we have the data in the manner so that it can be used for getting insight from that, we need the knowledge and concept of statistics and probability mathematics, so that we can make certainty based on them. Suppose if you have the data about the previous year students of some college or some branch, then to make the education system or make teaching better for the upcoming year of a student, we can use our previous data to make a decision. And as always, we have to take decisions in each and every field, in each and every work. So there are two ways. Otherwise, if we can take decision based on our own intuition, or we can take decision based on our data, what data is saying. So here data comes like a ray of light. So if you are going in a dark room, so data shows you path. Okay, this path has this much certainty. So this is the all about data science. And there is other part of that is AI, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is about generating content, generating ideas. So we always say that generative AI means that if have the data, already data present there. So for that, we can take a certain small example. Suppose we train a model to check whether given photo is of dog or cat. So how we will train the model? We will give the, suppose, 1000 images of different and diverse images of cat, and 1000 different and diverse images of dog, and we will train the model based on that. So we need data for AI also. So here the in AI, artificial intelligence also, sorry, AI is part of data science. Data science is a big branch, big umbrella, and under that umbrella there are AI, means which we can use to generate something based on the existing data. Because of that, all we use, like for example, ChatGPT is very popular. So what ChatGPT has a vast amount of data. It have trained on a vast amount of data set. So like all the articles on the web pages, all the books, and all that content available on digital platform, so it have access to all the data. It have trained on themselves onto whole data. Then whenever we write a question, then by using all those data, it gives us the required information. So this is the big umbrella of data science, where we can use for the like Data analytics. Data analytics is very simple. It's just about interpreting the data. Once we have data, so data will be in the row and column, like in our Excel sheet, on Google spreadsheet. How data will look like is a tabular form. There will be rows, there will be column, but so it will not be very familiar for someone who is not from technical background. Suppose a business person wants to understand what is actually happening in the company, or a trade department, or a innovation department, or R&D department. So there should be one who can understand the data and who can analyze what the data is actually saying, and present data in some manner that can be understandable by non-technical person. So this is kind of data analysis. So data scientist, so when the word come data scientist, so it is the one next step further. So once we analyze the data, okay, so this what is happening. So means now we can understand. Till now you have an idea. So data is nothing but just a fact. Data is a truth that we have. Okay, so once we have data, so see, there are two ways. One is that we have the previous data, and based on that previous data we can predict what will happen in the future. Okay, so this is how the data scientists will work on. So, and the data engineering part, as we discussed earlier, is all about preparing data to be used in a good manner. So here a very important note we have to keep in mind, that data engineering or data preparing data, processing data, cleaning data is very important part. Because if our data is not good, if our data is not what we can say is not really useful, so that we can take decision on that, then our decision could be wrong, because our decision is made just on some statistic algorithm, a machine learning algorithm, but what ingredients we are putting it into it. So the best way to understand this concept is just understand the concept of making a food. Suppose we want to make any kind of dish. For that dish we know the procedure of making it, how much quantity of what we have to add into the ingredients, how much times we have to heat and boil, and this and that. So this is the like kind of the procedure of doing that. But if our ingredients is not good, then our meal or our dish will not be very good. So each and every part play a very important role. Now, as we understand the importance of the data and data management, so there is a concept of database management system. Earlier what we used to do is we used to manage data by using file system. Like in our Windows operating system we have file system. How we understand what are the data is in our hard drives and our local drive. For that we have Window Explorer in the Windows system. There will be files, folders. In each folder there will be files. So this is the way we used to manage data earlier. But as this is very okay for an individual, but what about the organization? When there is a vast amount of data sets are available, and diverse amount of data sets, not only very big amount but very diverse range of data are available, then in that condition what we need? So file system have some problems like data redundancy, data duplication, or data concurrency. What happens if multiple users are accessing data same time? So to cope with this kind of situations, we came with in 1970 relational database management system. So that we say is that RDBMS, relational database management system. What happens is that suppose we are you have to store data of university. So okay, so we name it as university database. Okay, means when you say database, means it have all information about university. all the important, all the relevant information we need to have for a university we will have. So for that, what we will have is that we need to make tables. Okay, so it will have table of teachers, or we can say faculty. It will have table of a student. It will have table of courses. It will have table of uh, teacher, a student, courses, classrooms. Table of department. Table of section. Table of teachers, and all the that will be important for that. In each table, suppose if you have table of university. Okay, so if you have this kind of table, suppose we pick one table and the table name is university, sorry, a student table. So in a student table, what we will have is that if we pick one table for that, then we will have attributes, that's also named as column of the table. We have familiar with those table things in our Excel sheet. So this is how it's look like. So we will have the table. So what will be the column in that will be a student ID, that can be written as ID. Courses ID, the students have taken. A student name will be, of course, all data related to a student. I don't think course ID will be relevant in a student section. It will be in course section, and there we will be using a student ID to name who student is. So a student name, a student ID, a student date of birth, all things that is relevant to a student. We can have a student name, ID, date of birth. Department will not be required for that. Name, ID, date of birth, address, contact number. Okay, so see how this is the data things work. Now if we have a course table, course ID, a student ID, means students who have taken that course. And now what we set is that a student ID is foreign key of this table referring a student table. So by this what we say is that here we can only insert those values that is present in this table, this column. So what will happen by doing this is that we cannot, like this is a student ID, so we can say 2 4 6 7 8 9 10, and this is table that says this course ID and the student ID who have enrolled in, who have taken that course. So here is 2 4 6 7 8 9 10, so there is no 5, so we cannot put 5 here, because if the student does not exist in the student table, how we can have a student that have taken the course of this ID. So this way we enable our database to be integrity constant of the database. Integrity constant means that data is fine and figure. if we do not have this kind of constraint on this table, then we can happen in mistake, and that we can have 5 here, we can have 12 here by mistake. But once we have this kind of constraint, then we cannot have this kind of value in this table. So this way what we say is that data is integrated. Okay, हो गया.